Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for details. Today, we're discussing a watch that helped to launch the Historiques collection from Vacheron Constantin back in 1989. This model, the 47101, was launched into a world recovering from the quartz crisis and rediscovering the beauty of historical mechanical watchmaking. Always rare and always built in low volume, this model was inspired by the historic reference of 4178, which donates its dial and its lugs to this gorgeous combination of yellow gold, silver satin, and Lamagna-based hand-finished chronograph caliber. It's nicely sized too at 37 millimeters. The watch measures thin 11.3 millimeters and a compact 43.7 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip with an 18 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. You can see it is beautifully sized. Historically proportioned, the watch is appropriate for him or for her. It's a unisex option that will work on a wrist as small as 13 centimeters in circumference and easily fit underneath any dress cuff. Taking a quick look at the hardware and the software, you can see we have a bonded strap. That is, it's alligator leather on the top, calfskin on the bottom, but there's no stitching to mar the lines. It's high gloss, large rectangular scale. Note, it is a Vacheron Constantin factory strap in brand new unmarred condition. It includes a Vacheron Constantin Maltese cross pin buckle in matching 18 karat yellow gold, and you can see that the buckle matches the watch with pre-1995 hallmarks on the buckle, as well as the case back of the watch, so you can get a sense of when this watch was made. The lugs are the element drawn most directly from the reference 4178. Vacheron doesn't have an enduring, iconic watch that's been in its collection for years or decades, the way the Calatrava at Patek, the Nautilus at Patek, the Royal Oak at AP, and the Moonwatch at Omega have been the icons over time, with consistent styling always available. Vacheron has been on and off with many different designs. The one piece of design continuity at Vacheron has always been extravagant lug forms, sometimes stately, sometimes severe, sometimes elegant, but always with strong character and considerable charm. Lug design is Vacheron's historical aesthetic constant. Now you can see that the case band is nicely rolled and rounded. There's a little bit of a step up to a conical bezel that visually pairs the mask, as you can see the bezel is stepped in from the case band. We have vintage style elongated pushers, as well as a slightly countersunk and recessed knurled crown. The dial has a silver satin base with sunken registers featuring azurage concentric graining. Outboard, you can see there is a tachymeter scale for gauging the speed of things moving very quickly, as it is base 1000. You can use the chronograph and the tachymeter to gauge the speed of a race car over a kilometer, for example. Now you can see that the hands as well as the indices are all 18 karat gold, and you can see down at the base the a priori marks, sometimes known as the sigma dial, flanking the Swiss signature. And all this means is that back in the early 70s, the Swiss Precious Metals trade group encouraged watchmakers to put this little symbol on dials that used real gold for hands, indices, or even the dial base itself. So what you see is sigma styled, and it's designed to remind you that the hands, the logo, and the indices, and the numerals, all 18 karat gold. Now the watch is a column wheel chronograph in the finest tradition, manual wind with caliber 1140, based on the historic Lamagna reference 2310. It went to the moon as the Omega 321 and to the highest peaks of high horology with Breguet, Patek Philippe, Vacheron, and others. Now you can see Vacheron has entirely hand-finished this Lamagna to become the 1140. We have satination on the steel components of the chronograph, and you can see they're also mirror beveled on their side, as are the bridges themselves, which include perfectly aligned Côte de Genève across their surfacing. Every screw head is black polished with its slot and circumference chamfered, and you can see that the swan's neck regulator itself for the balance is also black polished. 21 jewel, 5-position regulated, 30 meters water resistant. You can see that it beats away at 18,000 vibrations per hour, and it keeps good time in all positions because of its handmade overcoil hairspring. It is a column wheel, lateral clutch chrono, with a wonderfully sharp feel to the indexing of the column wheel. That's hand adjusted and quite precious. There's also engine turning on the base plate and satination on the wheels. It is executed in the finest traditions of Geneva watchmaking. Reach out to me, T Mosso at thewatchbox.com, for purchase and pricing details.